act like they want it. I'ma give it to them, do them. Fuck stepping on them, step through them. In and out of them, a lot of them know the Timo. They know better than pushing up the why I don't see no nitwit. Competitive, get whipped, the predator, sit with senator, bullshit, the editor. King of the throne, skull and crossbones. Divine master of the unknown with the microphone.
This
I've
first
grown, show
lady,
to
what's
prove it.
your
Rap ain't
thoughts on
shit
this?
unless it gets the
That
crowd
had to
moving.
be I'm pretty sure that had to be in the 80s. That had to be like 87.
87.
Yeah, that had to be around 87.
Because some people are commenting thinking it was 1990.
No, it definitely wasn't
87.
1990.
Okay.
That was definitely in the 80s. And the reason why I'm so sure about it is because I started having kids in 89, and this definitely took place before that. Whether
Okay.
people know it or not, a lot of the music that they hear of DMX is music that we've been listening to, music that he recorded way back in the 80s. These are the freestyles that he used to put on his mixtapes to different beats. I see a lot of people in the comments saying that he was heavily influenced by Kane, but I do believe that DMX was rapping before we knew who Big Daddy Kane was. Big
Yeah.
Daddy Kane kind of came out in the era right before DMX. I actually hung out with Big Daddy Kane and Biz Markie, and even though DMX didn't get a break until the 90s, he was already iconic in the streets with his mixtapes. So
Yeah.
yeah, his flow definitely came before we ever knew who a Big Daddy Kane was.
Because I even see here when he says Divine Master of the Unknown, it's a
DMX.
play on DMX, the name.
Divine Master of the Unknown, Dark Man X, that was his alter ego. DMX was Earl's alter ego. So yeah, Divine Master of the Unknown, he played with that name, and his lyrical ability was way beyond his time, our time. Yeah.
Yeah. So for the people out there that's saying this is AI or it's not real or it's not his voice, you're
It's
here to confirm.
definitely not AI. That's definitely DMX from the 80s. I actually know a couple of people from Yonkers that have those authentic, actual mixtapes with his name on it.
Yeah.
He wrote it. He would write D.M.X on every mixtape, or Dark Man X, Divine Master Unknown. He would write that on these tapes with markers, pen, whatever. So I do personally know people that have these actual mixtapes. And back then in the 80s, that's how mixtapes sound, like you were coming through a tunnel.
Yeah. I was actually watching one of the New York podcasts last night, and they were talking about how the music evolved and even like the time capsules of everything, saying about back then people could only hear music on a record in the 70s, and then when 80's came, it was crazy with people walking with the boombox on their shoulder and the
Mhm.
music blasting out when people was walking the streets. But now it's with the earphones and everything, everyone's just walking on the streets
Yeah.
and no one hears the music.
Yeah, they definitely played the music out loud. That was a thing to come out with the big boom box, and they were playing tapes actually, because back then hip hop only came on the radio on, I think it was like Friday nights, late Friday night. They only really had one hip hop day, and it was people like Cool Red Alert and things like that. So you used to have to listen to the hip hop night, and you had to have your tape ready to record it.
Yeah,
So this is the music that you would see people walking around with those big boom boxes playing tape cassettes. And it's funny because DMX would record his mixtapes over top of, back then, if you wanted to record over a tape cassette that was already recorded on, you would like break the top and maybe put a piece of tape over it, and or
yeah,
put a band-aid over it, and it would allow you to re-record on top of something was already recorded on. So he would sometime record a little bit of his voice, and people would pay a lot of money for those mixtapes from him. And when you
Yeah.
get home and play it, it's actually not a whole mixtape of him. It may be 2 minutes of him saying something, and the rest would be something that was recorded from the radio. It might have been gospel.
So DMX started using the raspy boy because I'm seeing here in the comments somebody said he got into an incident that got him injured or something. Yeah, right here it says him getting his jaw broken changed his voice, and that change made a difference. Did you hear anything about him getting his
Jaw broke.
jaw broke, and then that's why he's raps more raspy later on?
I think the raspiness just came with time and age
Okay.
and smoking cigarettes. I mean,
Yeah, that's what do
he
it.
was a person that got high. He smoked a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, just with maturity and age and smoking, um broken jaws don't change vocal tones. They
Okay.
might change the way you speak. Like, look at
Yeah.
Kanye, for instance. It might change the way you speak or the way your mouth moves, but it doesn't change your voice box.
Yeah. Okay. That clears up that for the people in the comments.
For the people in the back, if you get your
Yeah.
jaw broke, it might change the way you form words, but it doesn't change your voice box.
Yeah. Okay. So that's your reaction to the viral DMX
The
and
honorable.
very young man.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We definitely mix. I know the world misses X, his especially his kids. Um, I keep the family in prayer, and I suggest anyone else that knows the word of prayer. You know, you have to keep these children and these families and the mothers of the children in prayer. It's a cold
Yeah.
world, and people could be cold, and yeah, let's warm the world up a little bit, you know, by sharing love and spreading love
Yeah.
and positivity.
Okay.